Ethan struggled to catch his breath. Another coughing fit, another wave of guilt. The cigarette smoke clung to him, a constant reminder of his weakness. He'd tried to quit countless times. Patches, gum, even hypnosis, nothing seemed to stick. The grip of nicotine was too strong. Ethan felt trapped, his own body working against him. He knew smoking was bad. It was bad for his health, bad for his wallet, and bad for his family. The look of worry in his daughter's eyes every time he lit up was a constant ache in his heart. Ethan wanted to be better, for her, for himself. He just didn't know how. One evening, Ethan stumbled upon an article about Japanese philosophy. It talked about Kaizen, the art of making small, continuous improvements. A spark of hope flickered within him. Maybe he didn't need to quit cold turkey. Maybe he could just try to be a little bit better each day. Ethan decided to give it a try. He wouldn't focus on quitting entirely, but on reducing his intake, one cigarette at a time. He would replace his after-dinner smoke with a walk. He would try to be more mindful, to notice the urge without giving in. This wasn't an overnight fix, but a journey of small steps. The first few days were the hardest. The urge to smoke was a relentless whisper in his ear. But Ethan held on, reminding himself that even small victories were still victories. He started noticing the small joys he had ignored before. The taste of his morning coffee seemed richer. His evening walks became a time for quiet reflection. Each cigarette he resisted was a small victory, a testament to his growing willpower. Ethan started to feel a sense of pride he hadn't felt in years. He was finally taking control of his life, one cigarette at a time. The path ahead was still long, but for the first time, Ethan felt like he was actually moving forward. One day, his daughter, Lily, approached him, her eyes bright with curiosity. "Daddy, are you smoking less?" she asked, hesitantly. Ethan knelt down and met her gaze, a warm feeling spreading through his chest. "Yes, Lily," he said, "I am. I'm doing it for you and for myself." Lily threw her arms around him, her small voice filled with joy. "I'm proud of you, Daddy," she whispered. In that moment, Ethan made a silent promise to himself and to his daughter. He wouldn't let her down. He would keep fighting, one step at a time. Despite his progress, there were still days when Ethan felt overwhelmed. The urge to smoke would hit him with the force of a tidal wave, threatening to drag him back into the depths of his addiction. It was on these days that Ethan felt most lost, his resolve crumbling under the weight of his cravings. He confided in a friend, pouring out his frustrations and his fear of failing his daughter. His friend listened patiently and then spoke about ikigai, the Japanese concept of finding one's reason for being. He suggested Ethan explore the things that brought him joy, the things that made him feel alive. Ethan took his friend's advice to heart. He started spending more time with Lily, reading her stories and playing games. He dusted off his old guitar, finding solace in the melodies he created. He rediscovered his passion for photography, capturing the beauty in the mundane. As he focused on these activities, a shift began to happen within him. The overwhelming urge to smoke didn't disappear entirely, but it lost its grip. Ethan realized that smoking wasn't his purpose. He had so much more to live for, so much more to give. He clung to this realization, using it as a shield against the whispers of temptation. He was a father, a musician, a photographer, a man on a journey of self-discovery, and he would not let anything, not even his addiction, define him. Ethan knew that quitting smoking wasn't just about willpower, it was also about courage. It took courage to face his demons, to acknowledge his weaknesses, and to choose a different path. He realized that true strength lay not in never falling, but in rising every time he did. Seeking solace and a way to center himself, Ethan started taking long walks in a nearby forest. He had read about Shinrin-yoku, the Japanese practice of forest bathing, and was eager to experience its calming effects firsthand. As he immersed himself in the sights, sounds, and smells of the forest, a sense of peace washed over him. The trees, with their gnarled branches and weathered bark, were a testament to the beauty of imperfection. Ethan was reminded of wabi-sabi, the Japanese philosophy of finding beauty in the imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. He realized that his journey didn't need to be perfect. He didn't need to be perfect. What mattered was that he kept moving forward, embracing the ups and downs with an open heart. Ethan's journey was far from over. He knew there would be challenges along the way, moments of weakness and doubt, but he also knew that he had found tools to help him through. He had found Kaizen in his small, consistent steps. He had found Ikigai in his passions and his love for his daughter. He had found peace and strength in nature. And most importantly, he had found Shoshin, a beginner's mind, a willingness to learn and grow. He would face each new day with this mindset, embracing the journey with all its imperfections. Ethan was walking towards a better version of himself, finding peace and purpose along the way. He was embodying the spirit of Ganbaru to persevere with courage and resilience. Every step, every breath was a victory.